All right, Coach. Well, after 3 years as the home of the Chargers, it is most likely the final regular season home game at Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, it's the penultimate week of the regular season, Week 16, and we've got a good one in store between the Oakland Raiders and our home team. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Here we go. Wide in.
Focus, defense, focus.
Here we go. Going to 54. Wide in. Switch.
A first down throw for Prescott. He finds his target, Beckham. Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for 28 yards. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterback.
Odell Beckham Jr. and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Odell Beckham standing alone with a new NFL record 32nd touchdown. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Check.
Pollard going to try the right side. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one good for 37 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him. But don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
When they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
And nobody leaked. Big play.
50, Max, 50. Okay, double up. Check 50.
Alert.
First down, and it's Pollard again. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
Alert, 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 alert.
Play action. Now Trubisky. Flush to his right. And he will avoid the contact as he slides to a stop.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
He's coming. We got double up, double up. Ready?
Mike's 50.
Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. And the 13-year man puts it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
This will be taken very short. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Hey, kill. Then we're going to 53.
Check 37.
Under.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. That's going to be caught by Richardson. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Back.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here we go, 46.
Mike 91. Here we go, D. Here I come.
26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. Complete. Richardson has it. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
It's 3rd and 1.
Hey, here we go, 48.
Mike's 50.
Done. 26.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go, going to 54. Line. Here we go, kill. 26.
Prescott from the gun. Escaping the pressure right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Paul Richardson there. And it's 2nd down.
Richardson.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Let's go, D. 50. Go, get out the 20.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. It's caught by OBJ. And he's going to have another first down as it... Tackle comes at the Raiders' 39. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 39-yard line. They go back to the ground with Johnson. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Charger football to start quarter number 2, as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Hey, kill.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Richardson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. You know, in our research packet this week, prepping for the game, so many articles from the local beat writer about the offensive struggles of this team and what will they do this offseason. What do you think they'll do?
Well, number one, they'll turn to their self-scouting report. And every team that's any good does this. They have outside groups, check out their team, scout them, and tell you who can play, who can't play, and reasons why. Some of it may just be health. They have to get some guys healthy and back out on the field. But overall, evaluate this squad and make the changes that you need to.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Caught by the tight end Ertz. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And he'll grab a gain of 5 out of this up to the 41-yard line. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
I know flashy plays, splashy plays, as people like to call them, that attracts a lot of attention. But let's face it, when you're efficient, that can control a ball game. And I love the game plan they've got going right now.
Back-to-back 5-yard gains. Didn't force the ball downfield, picked it up on the ground.
Yeah, offensive line, they're getting it done. Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Oh, here we go. Oh.
Look.
Hey, check 24. Check 24. Mike spot 9. Mike spot.
On second down now, Pollard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in four-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Single. Alert. Red, touch.
Third and 2. Now Trubisky. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Boy, excellent coverage there. Last week he had the interception, one reason why he was the AFC Defensive Player of the Week.
So no jokes about not having hands, right? Because he got the pick last week. This week, he's knocked down a ball in this game so far. Let's see if he can get an interception as this one continues.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And my goodness, this is incomplete. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Touchdown, LA! Odell Beckham on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. For the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. The electric OBJ, the short reception, and then he did the rest of the work himself.
You know, there's a thing that the players always talk about, the coaches in the league, they call it play speed. Because, you know, we had that time speed when we're running the 40s at the combine and, you know, in pro days and all of that. But play speed is different. And OBJ's play speed is some of the best in the league. In other words, when he has the ball in his hands or he's running a route, he runs it just a little bit harder than most people. And oftentimes, you come up wrong on your angles trying to tackle him.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Cut. Watch the twist. Watch the twist. Shift. Watch the shift.
On second down, Pollard. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on 3rd down.
Tight ends on the Ringo. Four down. Check. Four down.
Smooth.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. The catch made by Miller. 30 yards there, and of course the first down as well.
I think it's pretty safe to say that initially they had to be thinking about trying to get into field goal range. But after that shot right there, they've got to be thinking bigger right now.
And that was probably their thought offensively. If we hit this, great, let's go for the end zone. If not, settle for a field goal. Looks like they can try to hit pay dirt. Going deep this time for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. They'll go with Pollard here on first down. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good running team? If so, you might want to go ahead and run it anyway because that's your strength.
Scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. It's our time. Check 24. Check 24. Slam.
On 3rd down, it's Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Tony Pollard becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Raiders get a score closer. Extra point good by Gostkowski. And it makes the score 21-10. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw is Prescott. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Cameron Jordan make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the 1st half. The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down.
Check safety, check safety.
We're going to 53.
58, the money. Blue Dan, blue Dan.
26.
Final play of the half. Prescott. He's going to air one out, and that is incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the 2nd half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the 2nd half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Red, come.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Hey, alert.
Tighten up. Check 31. Check 31.
On 1st down, Pollard. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
Alert.
37-yard line.
Check 4. Switch it.
Blue.
And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Tight end's right.
18. Hey, Delta.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. Completes it to Samuel. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 41-yard line.
A gain of 22 yards.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Raider 1st down, 17 yards. He had a really solid first half running the football and picking up where he left off here in the 3rd quarter.
How about the yardage he's piling up right now? This feels like a full game, not just this series that we're watching right now. I know people are screaming, where are the adjustments from halftime on the defensive side of the ball? Sometimes they're just not there. Sometimes you just have to find a way to tackle someone.
Put up. 180.
Line 50. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Out.
18.
Now Pollard. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Hey, 4 down.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
So unable to convert for the touchdown inside the red zone, but they do come away with 3.
Yeah, it's a 32-yarder. That's essentially an extra point nowadays, right? Because it's 33 as a general rule for these guys. So it should be a simple kick. But you know what's really strange nowadays? When they miss an extra point, I think they carry that with them longer than missing a field goal because an extra point's supposed to be automatic.
Absolutely, and I would think even field goals inside of 30 yards, even though they're substantially shorter than a PAT, it just has a different feel, doesn't it?
A different feel, a different vibe. That's what I get from all the kickers I talk to. They always say if I miss an extra point, that's the one that bothers me more.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Check three.
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
That's it.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott eluding the pressure right. And that's going to be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They come up now, 3rd and 5, following the incomplete pass.
We got 46.
We got 4. We got 4. Switch.
We're going to 54. Why in?
Mike 91. So we got man.
26.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. It's caught, Beckham. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football.
And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Kerryon Johnson, his 14th touchdown now on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the third quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
We got this.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And tough to win games if you're going field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 23 yards on the play. So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he's going to get across midfield and into Charger territory. On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
Here's Pollard again. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
Well, he just bumped up his personal stats with a second score, but they still have some ground to make up.
Not terrific for today because of what you just said. They're still down on the scoreboard. But later in the year, when he piles it all up and starts to think about contract time, that's a pretty good deal for him. And I know darn well that you got him in fantasy football, don't you?
I don't. You always think that. I just
that.
appreciate that you think I'm smart enough to have him in fantasy.
Well, you are.
Thanks. The Charger drive about to get going. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. On second down, Johnson. And some room to work. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with touchdown number 15 on the year and second of the game. And the Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 15 now. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go. Let's go.
Over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
Throwing here, Trubisky. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Barreling in for the sack, Shelby Harris. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky. Now Trubisky to throw. He's going to launch it for Washington. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Aaron Colvin. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Chargers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. They go to Johnson again. Yeah, boy, from up here, I don't think Johnson got there. No, he did not. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
I apologize in advance, partner, but the beefeaters on the interior of this D-line, you just know they were licking their chops on 3rd and short. And yes, they were rewarded with a tasty dish, stuffing that one short of a first down.
Well, we got beefeaters licking their chops and tasty dish in one fell swoop.
I did apologize in advance, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. That line's not eating tofu, I'll tell you that much for free. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked off at the 15, and he'll wind up losing 5 yards or so on the return, but no matter, they've got the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy, because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion, we can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, as far as plays go, there's nothing to write home about on that one because that one gets some negative yardage. But if you do want to find a positive, he found a way to get out of bounds and stop the clock.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Move. Hey, we got
run for Pollard. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score.
Watch the slant. Watch the jump.
Here's Trubisky. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still fourth down.
That was a good effort there, trying to do it on his own. But as a defender, you're in a tough spot because you have coverage responsibilities behind you. And if you take off too quick to try and get him down, he might loft it over your head.
So better to track with your man defensively than try to go up and make a stop on the quarterback.
Exactly right. What you're hoping is that your guys in the front seven can get him down.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Pollard. He's got a first down and more past the 30. And nothing but daylight ahead. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his. And now in a 9-point game, they'll still just need to go for one here. As this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
The Charger drive about to get going. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are.
Gun.
50. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. He's checking.
And they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. Again, it's Johnson. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check the backer.
Under.
Whip. Watch the whip.
47.
Shot.
26.
On third down, Johnson. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. And he's across for the touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal it. On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And the Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Going to run again here with Pollard.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Squeeze, double, double. Check, nickel, nickel, nickel.
On 3rd down, Pollard. Room here to run. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. They'll run on 1st down. Pollard. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard